The fact they only lead 2-1 at half-time is because of an unfortunate own goal by Ruben Diaz on one of West Ham's very few sorties forward. Erling Haaland with a goal either side of that own goal from Ruben Diaz, and they have hit the post and they've seen Areola make some good saves. But at half-time, it's just one goal advantage. West Ham 1, City 2 at the London Stadium. Well, let's go back to the studio where we can join Natalie, who's in the company of Sam Allardyce and David James.
Welcome back to Match Day Live. It is 2-1 at half-time to City, and what has been a thoroughly entertaining 45 minutes of football from Manchester City. And I feel thoroughly ridiculous for predicting 55% of possession, because City have dominated in that opening 45. Still joined by David James and by Sam Allardyce. What percentage possession did you make it, David?
I thought the predictions for half-time, because I said 72%, and I think that's close. And I did say 2-1, which is bang on.
You did. You're still unlucky on the Oasis ticket front, though. You've still been trying.
Yeah, let's not even go there, Nat. Come on, this game has been far more exciting than my wait on different queues.
David James is still trying. We did see a shot of Noel Gallagher in the crowd at West Ham, and my suggestion to David was call Paul Dickoff and ask him to run up to Noel Gallagher and ask him for a ticket. But we've not got there yet. You're still hopeful? You're still hopeful?
Yeah.
OK, right, football. So, a dominant first half from Manchester City. How impressed have you been from City in that first 45, Sam?
Yes, I think that apart from the slip-up on the goal that West Ham scored, which was obviously pretty good because it was a great counter-attack, but Diaz was at fault. Should have really got his body position a lot better and could have cleared the ball instead of slashing at it with his left foot. But other than that, everything's been fine for Man City, like you mean. And I think that, again, they demonstrated what they are good at, is winning the ball back in the opposition's half. I mean, West Ham dared to try and play out twice, and then more than twice, but on these two occasions, lose the ball and obviously Man City score. Excellent finishes, though. That's what we've got to look at. The build-ups about Manchester City's pressing, and the finishing is just exquisite. And there's been a lot more chances fall to a lot of other players who haven't got the talent of finishing that Haaland's got, and hence it's only 2-1. And realistically, probably 3, even 4-1 would be a more appropriate score in that first half for me.
Yeah, City have had 17 shots in the first half, 5 on target. West Ham have had 2 shots in the first half, which really does demonstrate the kind of dominance that City have had. If we look at the goals, so the first goal, David, and Sam just mentioned it there, it came from City's high press. They were pressuring West Ham, they were hassling them, West Ham were knocking it around, and then Bernardo Silva comes in, nips the ball off the feet of, I think it was Paqueta, and I mean, after that it's one pass and a shot and a goal. I mean, it was great work from Bernardo Silva.
Absolutely. I mean, the Paqueta just lost the ball when it was passed to him, and as you say, Bernardo took over. But I'm thinking back to Erling Haaland's second goal when he'd first joined the club at West Ham. Very similar in the sense that he's running into the box and left foot calmly puts it down Areola's right-hand side. Areola going the wrong way. But the guy's in pretty good form at the moment. And you're not surprised, like Sam said, of all the players in the Premier League this season, getting the ball in front of the goal, it's going to go in. Or at least
6 in 3 he's got. 6 in 3 already. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. And what did we say? I forget if we said it on the first or the second. 69 Premier League goals in 69 Premier League games. That is something else. He got the second goal as well. I mean, I gasped, Sam. It was a beautiful finish, but it was a good move as well. Involved Jack, involved Kovacic, Rico Lewis, before it ended up at Haaland, and it was a beautiful finish from him.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that the thing about him is he flashes his left foot with a little backlift, and it's gone off the foot, and it's past the keeper before the keeper can even move. Because I mean, it's in the keeper's eye line, it's in his area, but he can't even move his hands quick enough to even try and save it, and that's how quick he hits the ball when it comes to him. Like I mean, so that left foot, unlike the first one where he sort of stroked it in the net with his left foot, just sort of bent it round the keeper. He can score at all angles, score with... Well, I think he should have scored the header off Grealish's cross. I think he could have done better with that one even, but, you know, he's had a very good first half.
We saw his celebration again. He did that on the first time he scored for City at West Ham. He did it again today. Are you a fan of meditating, Sam?
I'm sure he's taking it up. I mean, I'd like somebody to ask him, like, I mean, that's obviously one of the
I think he said that he does, you know.
Positions of meditation. So I do it myself. I do transcendental meditation. So it does get you in a very good place when you're feeling anxious, stressed, or whatever it might be, you know. And 15, 20 minutes, half an hour of that makes you feel great. And I'm sure well, he looks like he's benefited from it if he is doing it.
Do you meditate?
No. I'll go and cut the grass. But he, I think that's the lotus position. I'm curious to whether what the choice of orange hairband was.
Yes, I bet there is a.
There has to be some significance with the colour.
Yes, I think that is.
Perhaps he
like
wore
that.
it last time they played West Ham when he scored, because he seems to score against West Ham all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he's got a great record.
It might be superstitious, eh?
Maybe. We talk about the meditating maybe helping him. I mean, I don't know if this is a ridiculous question or not, but I want to ask you both. He didn't go to the Euros. Obviously, Norway didn't qualify for the Euros. He had a summer off. He's one of the few top players in the league that had a full summer off to recover. And he came back and he said it's the first time in a long time that he's been physically 100% fit and mentally fit.
Well, he's showing it, isn't he?
Is it as simple as that, Sam?
Simple as that. Simple as rested mind, rested body. And then can't wait to get started. I think that I'd never played at international level, so I never had to go abroad on a tournament level as much as I would like to, But at the end of every season, whatever division I played in, the rest was so important, so important. So the energy levels at the end of the season were even tanked out then. So to play at international level, I think we've even got worse next year because we've got this other new
Club World Cup.
Club World Cup to make even more money, but put even more demands or even less rest for players. So, you know, getting the rest in that he hasn't had before, it's obviously benefited Manchester City and him personally.
Of course, you played international football, David. You went to loads of tournaments. Do you think that is it simple to say that we're seeing the benefit of him having a rest?
If he says he's benefited from it, then that's what we're seeing. I think it from player to player. Some players do not like time off because it means that they've got nothing to do. Like me, I would rather have stuff to do than have time off.
You can come and cut my grass if you like.
I can do.
Well, it looks like he likes
tickets for Oasis.
Grass. I don't have any grass anymore. It's after so he can't come to my house.
I do have grass though, so I'll nick him, Sam. Yeah. Let's have a look at Erling Haaland's goal from 2 years ago. So obviously West Ham was the first Premier League game that he played in, and this is one of the 2 goals that he scored on that day. You can see there, a lovely finish, not too dissimilar from his first goal
you're right.
today, and a similar colour shirt as well. Look at that. And there he is. And then 2 years on, he's scored 69 Premier League goals. Oh, excuse me. Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. OK, so Haaland obviously having a phenomenal game. As a former West Ham goalkeeper and as a former West Ham manager, City have dominated in that first 45 minutes. What do you do, David, as a West Ham goalkeeper player? What are they saying now? What can West Ham do to try and stop us?
Well, I think by the way the game's gone, I mean, Haaland's goal was Paqueta losing possession. The next action, Paqueta lost possession again. City just dominating the midfield. And it's how Lopetegui looks at what he wants to get out of the game with regards to, of course, he wants to get a result. But in order to get a result, we talk about Fulcrum, we talk about Souček, I think there will be changes. They're going to have.
Seems, yeah.
They're losing, and it's not even really a physical battle, is it? It's just the skill. I mean, Jack Grealish had a fantastic 45 minutes. Kevin De Bruyne, who's played probably more wide than Jack has in the game, or at least had possession wider. The likes of Doku, forgive me, having a lot of possession on the wide. So really, I think they're going to have to change the personnel, try and get more physical without it being against the rules, shall I say, and just hope that they get the chance. Like we said at the end there, the chance for Kudus was a half chance. I think if he hits the target, he doesn't actually reach the target because Rico Lewis had that covered, and so did Edison. But I just think, and Somerville is another one who I like. I think he's a very good player, but he offers a different style of play for West Ham if he does get the chance. But yeah, they're going to have to change
top,
personnel.
by the way.
Oh, I like it. I was just thinking I liked it.
You like that?
Yeah, do you not like it? No. You wouldn't fancy wearing that?
No. Not at all. I wouldn't be given one of them.
I think you'd wear it, David.
Yeah, I could wear one of them. I wonder
well, I know you. I'm not surprised you.
I wonder if they'll change their training tops as much as City did last season. I think they still hold the record for Premier League training tops.
And weren't they all beautiful? I liked seeing them all. Weren't they lovely? Sam, what about you? What would you do as manager right now?
If it were me, I'd be telling everybody to exploit where Man City leave most spaces, and Man City leave most space in behind the back four. They push up and they stay up and they don't drop off. And I would be saying to our midfield players, get our midfield player on the ball, and that midfield player must play the ball behind the full-back. And the front three must run in behind. And if they do that and they do the right quality, I wouldn't ask the defenders to do it, but I'd ask the best passers you've got in the team, which are the midfield players. And if you can do that against Manchester City, because one ball could get you one-on-one with the goalkeeper, because Manchester City do not drop off. That's why they win so many balls in their own half.
Oh, Sam, what do you make of this? That looks like that's Fabianski coming on.
Yeah, he must be injured.
He must be.
I think so. I wouldn't have thought he's made that substitution on the basis of a poor performance by the goalkeeper.
He made a save from Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, very good save as well.
I wonder if
that was in the 13th minute.
Yeah.
Well done, Dave. Crikey, David.
But the thing is,
he's got it in his book. He's got it in his notebook.
Yeah,
so
but he's had action since then, and didn't look like he was struggling with anything.
No, be interesting to find out. But it isn't unusual. You can only think there's a substitute in the goalies has been forced upon them.
Yeah, of course.
Good goalkeeper, by the way.
You like him?
Been many years at West Ham and done very, very well. Yeah.
As always, we'll tell you, the substitute, Alistair Mann and Michael Brown will tell you as quickly as they can, as quickly as we know, on the commentary for the second half, which you can get on the Manchester City app, as always. So going into the second half, City 2-1 up. As you've said, Sam, could have been a lot more. What do you want to see from City? Is it more of the same? Do they need to be more clinical?
Yes. Well, I mean, Rico Lewis again, after hitting the bar last week and being in a really good position this time, I think they're going to create chances. As we know, traditionally, Pep doesn't make substitutions unless he's comfortable or forced upon. So I don't think personnel will change necessarily, but more of the same because, with 72%, 71% possession, they're going to create many, many more chances. I mean, Fabianski played in that League Cup game, didn't he? Kept a clean sheet, so he should be confident. Mm-hmm.
Did you say, is that low for Man City? The 17 attempts at goal and only 5 on target.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty low for them, isn't it? I would say, for their stats.
Yeah, in terms of the. So
I mean, 17 shots a goal in one half away from home is something else. But
yeah.
But when you look at only 5 on target, shows they're not quite hitting the target as they should be.
Yes, yes, definitely. I mean, good chances from Rico Lewis, as you mentioned. Jack's had a couple of good chances as well. I think we were all impressed by Jack in the first half. De Bruyne absolutely clattered. Was it the bar or the post? He smacked it. We haven't had time. It looks like the players are coming out in a second. Fabianski's warming up. But just quickly, before they do, we haven't talked about Jack, and I think we really deserves to be talked about.
Yes.
I think he's been impressive in that.
Him and Kevin De Bruyne down that side together worked a lot like the looks of it, like you mean. So I'd say that, he's on it. He dinked a lovely ball in for Haaland with his header that he could have done better. And obviously, like I said before about the fact that he's not quite clinical enough in front of goal because he's had a couple of shooting opportunities and even at the target. So, if he could just improve on that, it would benefit him and benefit the team today. But yeah, terrific performance for staff.
Desperate for him to get on the score sheet for his confidence, just for him. I would love for him to get on the score sheet today, David, because he really has brought a different side to City. There we go. The players are coming out now as we speak. I love that shirt. It's absolutely beautiful. Right. Final word before we go into the second half, David. What are you expecting?
As I say, more of the same. I don't. For some reason, I just think that everyone wants Erling to score. So if Jack gets in shooting positions, he'll just pass to that man there to get another match ball to clog up another one of his rooms.
Contributions, all the team contributing. They'll say it doesn't matter who scores as long as they're scoring. It's all about the team. So yes, thank you for joining us for this halftime show of Matchday Live. As always, we'll be back at full time as well, where hopefully we'll be talking maybe about another Haaland hat-trick, maybe about a Jack goal, maybe about a Rico Lewis goal. I would love that as well. So there you can see Fabianski is coming on the Manchester City app now. If you're not currently watching on there, you'll get your full second half commentary from Alistair Mann and from Michael Brown. So enjoy the second half, Blues. We'll see you in 45.
Thank you, Natalie. Yes, confirmation. Lucas Fabianski at the ripe old age of 39 comes on to replace Alphonse Areola at half-time. No other changes made. It'll be West Ham who kick things off at the start of this second period. Very, very pleased that they're only one goal behind, because the Blues were outstanding in that first half. More than 70% possession, 17 attempts.